what is up? It's Renee and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of this video, today I'm going to be recreating a face chart. Not just any face chart, but a Milk 1422 face chart. If you don't know who that is, I definitely recommend that you go and check him out on Instagram. I'll put his handle somewhere here on the screen. I believe that his real name is Sergi. He is amazing. He is so talented. He is such a source of inspiration with his face charts. You just need to go check him out. You won't regret it. This is the look I'm recreating. I don't know if you can even tell what it is or if it's in focus. The picture will be on the thumbnail. I'm going to start off with brows, so I'm just taking my Morphe Picasso palette and this teal shade at the end right here. And I'm just going to use it to heavily fill in my brows, trying to get them as blue and as saturated as possible. Have very dark brow hair, so this is going to be a little harder for me, but if you do have naturally light brows, you should get the color really quick. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we are going to clean it up with concealer after. Now that my brows are blue, I'm just going to take my LA Girl Pro Conceal in Porcelain and use it to clean it up a bit. Just trying to get a nice and defined brow. So now that we have this blue brow going on, we're just going to define it with the Wet n Wild H2O proof liner like it is in the picture. In the picture you can see that the tail end is black and defined. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. It really helps give the brow a nice shape so it's not so splotchy and just blah, but they are pretty dramatically arched at the end. After that, I'm just going to define a couple hairs in the front just like the picture. Creating little strokes with the eyeliner. And then boom, it's a look. Now I'm just going to get started on my eyeshadow before I move on to my foundation to prevent any fallout that is not necessary. And I'm just taking the purple shade from my Picasso palette on a fluffy blending brush and just working it into my crease. Does go up pretty far onto the brow bone, so don't be afraid to blend up there. Now I'm just taking some of that teal I used in my eyebrow and bringing it down onto my brow bone. Just a light sweep of color. Taking this darker blue shade right here and using it to further define my crease. Just getting a nice melt of colors going. Now that the blue is set down and we have this nice little indigo color going on, I'm going to take more of that purple and use it just to further diffuse and blend the colors together. And for the final step on this little color blend, I'm just going to take this navy blue just a tiny bit and use it to further define my outer corner. I have my lids done. I'm looking a little crazy, but I'm going to go ahead and put my foundation on and then come back to work on the under eye. Now that I have my foundation on, I'm looking a little less scary. I just went in with my L'Oreal Pro Glow in the shade 204 and my Wet n Wild contouring palette and Dulce de Leche. Honestly, best $5 I've ever spent on makeup. Like, love this. And I just slightly added some color to my cheeks and kind of carved out my nose, but I am going to be adding on to my contour right now. As you can see in the face chart, some of the contour has an orange hue in it, especially right here under the lip. So I'm just going to take the orange shade from the Picasso palette, just a little bit, and add on to that contour. We just want to get those areas as defined and snatched as possible. Now I'm just going to add to the nose. Now we're ready for the under eye. I'm just taking my NYX Primal color in hot pink, loading up my brush, and then buffing it into my lower lash area. We're just going to try to get it nice and pink. This look is pretty dramatic, so don't be afraid to bring it on down. Just really diffuse it at the end and blend it in. We just want to get a nice wash of neon pink. So now that that pink's down, I'm just going to take this more magenta-y color and start to blend it in, keeping it closer to my actual lash line. It just started raining. I love the rain. We're not only going to keep this magenta on the lower lash line, but we're also going to bring it up into the inner corner and onto the front of the lid, just right there in the corner. So now that we have our shadows completely down, it's time for blush. And the blush here is really red and orangey, so I'm just gonna go ahead and mix the red and orange here. Just dab a little bit on my fluffy brush and just start to blend it into the apples of my cheeks. To dip back in and blend in. And just to further blend in and give it a nice glow, I'm taking my So Susan Blush and Glow in Rose Rust. It's such a pretty color. And just brushing a little bit over. Blending all the colors together. And there you go, we're blushed up. Before I move on to painting on all the little details and doing all the dot work, I'm going to fix these brows because I hate them. I'm human, I make mistakes, I don't like how dark they look, I want them to look more teal and light to fit how colorful the rest of my face looks, so let's fix them. I'm just taking some white face paint, which I should have done in the first place, and brushing over my brows with it, concentrating it on the middle because that's where it is teal. Let it dry up a bit and then go over it with the teal once again. Okay, so now they look much better. I'm starting to feel them. So the first dots that we're going to paint on are the pink ones, so I'm just going to take some pink face paint on this small little brush and start to follow how they are on the picture. Mostly heavily concentrated under the eye, and then there's some around in the outer corner area. Here's a closer look at them. Right now they look kind of funny, like why is there dots there, but they are going to look better once we add the rest of the colors on. Next I'm going to go in and do the red ones. There's less of these and it's more defined where they're at. You can still be carefree when placing these, but you do want to be just a tiny bit more strategical in where you're placing them. Looking cute, looking cute. Next, I'm taking my NYX White Liquid Liner and adding the few of them that are in the under eye area. The white dots are on the lid. There's just a couple here. Very strategically placed. There's no specific pattern, just as long as you can see them when your eye is open. There's also little white hair strokes under the brow that we're going to add in. And last but not least little highlight marks around the face. Now we are finally done with everything that goes on our face. All I have to do is pop on some lashes. I'm using the Red Cherry Lashes in Stevie. I recently had a customer come to me. I did her prom makeup and she brought these lashes for me to put on her, and I absolutely loved the way they look, so I went out and bought a pair, and they're so pretty. I love them. I need to buy like 20 more in just this style. Now that I have my cute little lashes on, it's time to move on to the lips. The lips on this face chart are intricate. They have a lot going on, so I'm just going to take it step by step. I'm just going to start off by taking the tint Unicorn Lippy in Fairytale and applying it all over my lips so I have a nice little pinky color set down and I know what I'm working with. I'm going to take my purple Prolux Lippy and apply it to where the purple is. It's mainly in these areas, so I'm just going to paint it on and start to blend it in. I'm going to take some black shadow on a small little brush and start to add depth where I added the purple. And I'm just going to add some more purple on top to mix. Finish it off with my Makeup Forever Artist Plexi Gloss in this super nice hot pink color right in the middle. I think I would forget about our little highlighted shine points. There you have it, guys. This is my recreation of a Milk 1422 face chart. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely encourage you guys to go out there and try recreating one of his face charts. They're so much fun and there's so many to pick from. It was so hard choosing just this one for this video. Best believe that in the future there's going to be so many more of these videos that I'm going to make because I just love his face chart so much. Thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to keep up with my channel. I do post multiple times a week. Follow me on my Instagram and Snapchat if you like to see all the behind the scenes action. And I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video. Check you later.